Clarification. I think my husband is a skinwalker, and here's the horrifying reason why. For clarification, my husband and I have been married for a while. We are high school sweethearts and know each other left, right, and center. Whether it comes to our latte orders, when we're having a bad day down to literal thoughts. My husband Henry is a very quiet and charismatic man. He practically lives by the motto, if you have nothing intelligent to say, then say nothing at all. His father used to continuously tell him that while growing up, and he learned to just be quiet and listen, observe. Even with me, he is very quiet. I don't mind it, to be frank. I myself was the nerdy type of girl in school. Straight A's and shy. Never talking to anyone. Until I met Henry, he understood me when I didn't even need to use words. Our love language is acts of service without even having to ask. Usually our day goes like this. He goes to work. While he's at work, I clean the house by the groceries and walk our dog Bee, a mini labradoodle, to the park near our block. Come home, start on supper. He usually comes home around 4-ish. He greets me in the kitchen silently with a kiss. I hug him and continue, and we eat in the quiet. It's quite nice, actually. That's what frightened me the other night. When I finished walking the dog and started on our supper, Henry walked in the house. Louder than usual. His footsteps seemed rushed and heavier than usual. He is about 6 foot and is more lean. He typically walks more softly, like he's trying to be silent, but today he seemingly came stomping into the house with heavy footsteps. I poked my head around the corner of the kitchen, and he was walking up the stairs, almost like he was in pain, yet he wasn't wincing.
Hello, darling. How was your day?
He said, smiling, a huge grin, not how he normally would. I gave him a bit of a frown because he was acting strange, like he was relearning to speak to me. Like he was having trouble acting normal? Hello, I said back, turning to the kitchen, thinking he was acting strange, but who knows. He walked up about 4 big steps away from me and stood there, still in his suit and tie, briefcase in hand, smiling that eerie smile. That wasn't my Henry smile. I was trying to focus on the dinner I was plating, trying not to look at him, showing him physical signs that I was uncomfortable, which he usually would have picked up on. But for some reason, he wasn't this time. Go wash up, dear. You can't be wearing your work clothes at dinner, I said quietly.
Yes, darling.
He smiled wider somehow, like his face was stretching in inhumane ways. That's not my husband. Henry and I may not speak much, but we did set boundaries when we were on a few dates. He told me he was uncomfortable with pet names, that they just sounded dumb. He told me I could call him whatever, but not to call him dear. His mother, now deceased, used to be absolutely terrible to him when he was younger, which I'm not going to get too into detail, but if you're thinking about it, it most likely happened. He told me about how it hurt so much, salt in the wound, opening it back up when he heard that phrase, back in that big brown house where everybody was drunk and yelling. I had called him dear to see if he would have a slight reaction, and he did not move a muscle. That's not my husband. That isn't my Henry. I started to sweat, wondering what it could mean. I was going to test it once more while we were eating to see if it really was. I didn't know what I was going to do because if I were to call the cops, what was I to say? Someone who looks just like my husband is trying to impersonate him? No, that's silly. I set the table up, shaking a bit, knowing something was terribly wrong. He wasn't making any noise. Dear, are you coming? Dinner is ready, I said, trying my best to calm myself down. He replied instantly, walking into the room as if he was lurking in the shadows. We both sat down and started picking away at our plates when I smiled. Henry, I was thinking we could go visit your mother. It's been a while.
That sounds wonderful. Anytime soon?
I swallowed hard. She died last spring. Yes, I was thinking next week, I smiled, keeping my act together.
Amazing, thank you.
He said, copying the warm smile my husband once used to give to me, but this one didn't reach his eyes. After I cleaned up supper and Henry was told to get into the shower, I started digging through his side drawer. I found a leather notebook and quickly opened it, reading. It was almost like a diary. The latest entry read, I don't know if I will make it back home after this time. Going to this forest is too fucking risky. I need to get everything sorted out on my parents' land before they get to us. Before it mimics me, or worse, hurts my beloved. My stomach dropped into my feet and my legs started to become jello. I was right. That wasn't my husband. As soon as my mind snapped back to reality, the shower stopped and I heard whatever was mimicking my husband thrash around in the bathroom. I quickly locked the door to our bedroom and have been here for about an hour and a half now. It's been begging me and trying different voices. Crying, sobbing, begging, and screaming. I don't know how much longer I can last.